Hello everyone, Steve here from Tech Toy Tinker and Retro Arena. Somebody recently asked me in the comments to show some of the different devices I work on, so I decided I'd start with Hard Kernel. This is the Odroid C2. It's an AM Logic S905 at 1.5 GHz quad core. It's got a Mali 450 GPU and 2 GB of DDR3 RAM. I support this with /TV Android OS, and I have for quite some time. It's getting older now. I'm pretty sure it's reached end of life, but I do like it. It's a good little board. Served me well over the years. Nothing bad to say about it. Moving on to the next one in line, be the Odroid C4. This is a newer model, AM Logic S905X3 at 2.0 GHz. It's a Mali G31 GPU with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM. As you can see, it's a tiny bit dusty. I also support this with /TV Android OS as well. eMMC port, SD port on the bottom. Now we're going to come along to the next one, which will come in a special casing here. This is an Odroid Xu4 in a Game Station turbo case. The Odroid Xu4 is a Samsung processor, 5422 at 2 GHz. It's got 2 gigs of RAM and a Mali T628 GPU. This front screen will show you the system that you're playing. While you're playing it, so N64, it'll show the logo, or Sega, it'll show the logo. Next one I work on is the N2 and the N2 Plus. This one here is the N2 Plus. It's AM Logic, not Samsung, S922X CPU at 1.8 GHz for the N2 and 2.4 overclocked for the Plus. Mali G52 GPU. This one has a newer generation in the Plus, so that's the big fan and heatsink there. It also comes in 2 or 4 GB of RAM. It holds a real-time clock battery. One of my favorites here has got to be the H2 Plus. This board is awesome. It's got an Intel J4115 CPU, 2.3 GHz multi-threaded or 2.5 single. It's got a UHD Intel 600 GPU, which is 700 MHz and has DirectX capabilities. RAM's expandable up to 32 gig. You got SATA ports, you got speaker ports. There's the RAM at the bottom here. It also takes an eMMC module and a PCIe M2. You put M2 in there, I use a PCIe M2 adapter with it. And last but not least here, we got my metal OGA-BE. I've also got a developer version of the first model pre-launch. It's the console I used before I had anything else to work on. I had to use a COM port at the back at one point to connect, old charger style, and the OGS. These, of course, are a Rockchip 3326 at 1.3 GHz, Mali G31 MP2 GPU with 1 GB of DDR3 RAM, I believe it is. So that's what I do with all my hard kernel products. I really enjoy working with them. I've been doing so for a long time, and I'll be continue doing it for a long time as well. I'll give you guys a look at my Nintendo game stuff and some other stuff in a future video, but for now that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.